It's Sangad, aka Zero. Welcome back to the last two episodes I actually have for the Dream Daddy game. All that's left is Brian and Robert left. Brian's is very competitive, so we're gonna be jumping into his date video. So I hope you guys actually enjoy this one. It's gonna be very competitive, but it's actually one of my favorite ones. So let's jump into this and have some fun with it. Okay. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about hanging out with Brian more, but it seems like Daisy and Amanda get along really well. Maybe I should just bite the bullet and hang out with Brian more for the sake of the kids. I crack my knuckles and start typing. Hey Brian, great grabbing burgers with you at the cookout yesterday. We should get together. We should get the kids together and hang out soon. I wait a couple minutes until a ding comes from my computer, and a message pops up on the screen. It's Brian. Let's see what he has to say. Hey man, always love a good burger with a buddy. We should definitely hang out. What do you think about mini golf? We could bring the girls out and have ourselves a little friendly family competition. Rock on, Brian. He signed his name. That's cute. Fun, friendly competition. That's perfect. I know Amanda and I will crush Brian in mini golf. I've been taking her to mini golf courses since she was a little kid, and I'm proud to say that she's almost better at it than I am. Almost. I type back. That sounds great, man. Name the time and the place, and we'll be there. Hey, Amanda. 1 second. Amanda walks in through the doorway. Her eyes are lit up as if she's been crying. Yet for some... Hey, are you alright?
I'm fine.
And it just happened because I started thinking about how I'll never have telekinesis. Not that we already went over this with the flying, super strength, and laser vision. It's just not gonna happen. I'm sorry. Amanda eyes near on me. What? Are you? Shh. You're breaking my laser focus. Hey, don't shoot fake lasers at me. Pen into my temple and focus on Amanda. I'm shooting so many fake lasers at her with my brain right now. She dodges and does this impressive roll under the coffee table. I've framed her well.
Yeah.
Pew pew pew. I tried to duck, but it's too late. I'm beaten. You shot me.
Huh.
I fell to the ground and a broken old man taken down by an imaginary laser. Hey, would you wait for some mini golf with Brian and Daisy? I'm a little out of practice and I know my backswing leaves something to be desired, but I think I could keep it in the negatives. Perfect. Come on, kiddo, let's do this. You ready for this? Arr, mateys. I'm ready for it all ever be. Why are you acting like that? Because this mini golf course is pirate themed. I just now realized that we are indeed standing on top of a giant pirate ship in the middle of a putt course. Oh, come on, Pirate Dad. What you talking like a pirate with me? Arr, ahoy. Scurvy. 1 second. Okay. Nice of that. I'll make Brian and Daisy walk the plank with my superior golfing abilities. I mean, the balloon. Come on, Dad. You told me this was just gonna be some friendly competition. Friendly competition is dad code for actual competition. I need to prepare my body, mind, and soul to defeat Brian on the field of glorious battle. It's just mini golf. Just mini golf is so much more than that. I kneel down and place a hand on Amanda's shoulder. I just want you to know that there's no pressure, it's not a big deal, but don't worry about it too much. But we have to beat Brian at mini golf. Whatever happens, it's just just having fun. Oh, we will have fun when we beat them. Amanda gives me a side eye, but before I can side eye back, I ask Brian and Daisy. Ahoy there, mateys. Ahoy. Brian walks up with Daisy in tow. It looks like they already rented us some golf clubs for mini golf mini golf excursion. Total power move. Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah.
Alright, first mate. I hear there's a buried treasure in these waters. You help me plunder it? Oh, Amanda, I don't think this is a real pirate ship. I think it's just to play putt-putt on.
Ugh.
Amanda gives Daisy a look.
Huh.
I mean, Captain. Daisy winks at Amanda. Look at these two. They're two peas in a pod. So, you excited to get some mini golfing? Oh, you know it. You gambling, man? I know when to hold them. I know when to fold them. I know when to, shoot. That's pretty much all I know how to do. How about the loser buys drinks tonight? Alright, but how about we make it a bit more interesting? I'm listening. The loser has to mow the winner's lawn this weekend. Well, my yard's pretty big. Are you prepared to take that on? I think you should be a little more concerned about how you're gonna maneuver around my hedges. It's highly tactical work, not for the faint of heart. I don't think we'll need to worry about that. I'm very good at mini golf, you know. Oh yeah. Hold on one every time. What I was just said is not true. That's your thing. But it already came out of my mouth, so I have to say it. I have to stand by it. I'm looking forward to seeing that happen. Brian and I eye each other up and down. May the best dad win. And Brian and I shake hands and lock eyes. It's about to go down.
Armatey. Yo ho ho in a hole full of ball. Yo ho ho in a hole full
I
of
don't know how this is happening. I'm just taking.
into the brine.
I'm doing scary good right now.
Into the brine.
I can't just save my life if it's real mini golf.
Into the brine.
Wow.
Yo ho ho in a hole full of ball.
Oh, I hit the fake one.
Dead men sink no mas.
Mean. That was mean.
Yo ho ho in a hole full of ball.
Oh no, come on. That was
You
close.
lost your ball.
So I missed two. I did good, but I missed two of them. Amanda pulls me aside while Brian and Daisy start walking to the next hole. Hey, you having a good time? I'm having a great time. I'm having a fantastic time destroying Brian underfoot. I just that's because your eye is twitching. No, it's not. I feel my left eye twitch. Amanda raises her eyebrows.
Huh?
We're here to have fun, remember? It's just a game. You're right, it's just a game. A game with extremely high stakes. A game we're currently winning. Dad, please, Amanda, please nail this next hole for me. So we need to keep this streak going. If it's really that important to you, sure. Amanda walks over and tees up for the practically hard windmill hole. Grabbing a club, she winds up and launches the ball into the parking lot. She looks me right in the eyes and does an exaggerated shrug. Oops. I disagree with her action, but I appreciate her act of youthful defiance. She walks over and pats me on the back. That was for your own good. Love you, kiddo.
Armatey.
Oh. Oh, that was bad.
Dead men sink no putts.
Now I'm doing horrible.
Dead men sink no putts.
Oh. Wow.
You've lost your ball.
I mean,
Into the brine.
Okay, this will be interesting to see if I can actually do this one. Nope. Maybe.
You've lost
Haha.
your ball.
Okay, this is gonna...
Into the brine.
Oh, that was actually... Okay,
You've lost your ball.
what the... What kind of mini golf course is this?
Yo ho ho in a hole full of balls.
That's terrifying. Oh, that was gonna be a miss no matter how I tried that.
Oh.
I'm trying to maintain an air of professionalism because there's a child present, but confetti cans are going off in my brain, and someone is placing a wreath around near me with words "best dad" embezzled on it. Man, that was some good shit in there. I have bested you on the battlefield. Actually, I don't really know because this is the first time I actually ever won. I like that one. It felt great, Brian. It felt really good. Brian and I ball each other. Electricity shooting between us.
Yes.
Alright, Daisy, did you have a good time? Yo ho ho, I did. We haven't even found the buried treasure yet. I think we need to apply for a permit to dig around
Huh.
here. I can take Daisy home so we can get the city paperwork started for digging. You two enjoy your night. Sounds like a plan, Zero. You go with that? Sure. Just don't get yourselves into too much trouble.
He.
Can do. I'll make sure we get into a perfectly reasonable amount of trouble. The man Daisy skip away yelling about buried treasure. Bless that kid's tiny rebellion heart. Well, I guess we should hit the bar now. There's actually a tiki bar attached to this place. How about that? That sounds like a plan. I'm actually surprised I beat Brian. Brian and I walked into the Frisky Tiki island-themed bar. Palm trees adorn the walls, and several fake pears are streamed about. Ukulele music plays softly in the background. Brian and I approach the bamboo bar. Guess I'm spending more time with Brian, which is a little more bearable since I won. Okay, I was just gonna get my victory drink and get out of here. I think I already proved my superior dadness for the day. 2 pineapples of hospitality, please. The bartender whips us up 2 rum drinks inside of a hollowed out pineapple. He sets them on fire and we have to blow them out before we can drink them. Usually just like to, I don't know, drink my drinks. If you don't want yours, I'll take it. And miss it on the taste of victory? I don't think so. I take a sip of my pineapple of hospitality. Victory tastes fruity. Let's talk about lawnmower maneuvers. I'm very particular. No electric mowers for me. I hand cut everything with my scissors. I also only water the lawn with bottled sprinkled water. I just ran out, so you're gonna have to import some. Italian is preferred, but also they're full for Icelandic is if that's all you got. It's sweet that you're willing to put all that work into taking care of your dead grass. But my grass is perfectly healthy. It's okay, buddy. I know just the trick to perk it back up. I'll work my magic when I finish trimming your grass with the tiniest pair of scissors I own. And even when he's trying to be helpful, I feel personally attacked. While I sip my drink, I notice a TV in the corner. Hey, Extreme Makeover Deck Edition is on. I love the show. Always made me want to own a deck. I hate the show. Why? It's so clearly fake. Well, yeah, it's a reality show. Who cares? I care. I'm a general contractor. I work with decks all the time. There's no way they're renovating those decks in a matter of 2 days. It's impossible. That's a 3-week job minimal. So you want them to cover the 3 weeks extensively in every episode? It can't be that interesting to watch a bunch of dudes slave over a deck for that long. Nobody would watch it. I don't like any of those home improvement shows. I want to watch stuff that's real, like Long Haul Paranormal, Ice Road, Ghost Truckers. I have terrible news for you, Zero. No, no, not them too. That's the awful truth. Not the ghosts, though. Those are real. Truckers just don't have emergency escape buttons. I've been lied to for so long. We both chuckle and sip on our pineapples. So wait, you're a general contractor? Sure, I actually helped plan the cul-de-sac we live in. Wow, nice work. Yeah, I kind of took after the footsteps of my old man. He was a general contractor too. The best. He practically built half the city with his bare hands. It's weird how you spend your whole life trying to not become your father, then you wake up one day and there you are. But I get to work with my hands, and it pays more than enough to take care of my daughter. So it's an absolute dream for me, at least. Well, that's impressive. Building stuff that's always been a weak point as a dad, and I've been okay with that until now. Now I must defeat him. I do have that patio furniture that I haven't put together, still sitting in the garage. Okay. Maybe I should cool it with the dad competitions. Gotta keep it light. Tell one of your classic dad jokes, or to ask with his daughter. That's about his daughter. So Daisy seems pretty smart for her age. Yeah, she's a genius. She definitely doesn't get it from her old man, though. It's actually a little embarrassing. She's beating me at Scrabble. She's been at Scrabble constantly. To be fair, Scrabble's really hard. I can barely make good words when I have the whole alphabet in front of you, let alone 7 letters. Brian laughs. See, we can keep things friendly here. This is perfectly pleasant. I could do this all night. Because I feel an intense need to impress Brian and prove I'm better than him, obviously. That's the only reason, I think. Let's just keep moving. Ask about his dog. So, you have a dog? Sure do. I can't quite remember what he looks like. Oh, he's a little quirky. Always has a little handkerchief around his neck. Yeah, I'm not getting it. I think I might need a visual reminder to jog my memory. If you happen to have a picture of said dog, maybe on your phone? Brian laughs. Zero, if you want to see pictures of Maxwell, you could have just asked. Show me the goods then. Brian pulls out his phone and flips through an entire album of dog pictures. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. What a good boy. Look around the room and take in all this ski decor, looking for something else to comment on. There's a gigantic fish hanging above Brian, and I gesture to it. Cool fish. That's definitely fake. What? Really? Everything in here is fake. The palm tree over there is just a ficus with plastic coconuts glued to it. Look over. He's right. But I almost got something like this fish once. Mine was bigger, though. Of course it was. Oh, really? Yep, and I went on a trip to Hawaii maybe a decade ago. We were on the sea for 3 days catching fish, drinking beer, guy stuff. We had a hot plate on the boat so we could sear the fish right away after we caught it. Throw a little bit of salt and lemon on there, and oh man, that's some of the best food I've ever had. That actually sounds amazing. Well, it was the last day. Everyone had gone to bed already. But I was out there watching the stars, had my line out too. Then all of a sudden, just started running. So I jump on the reel before it gets ripped out of the rod rack and start fighting with the damn thing. I'm not sure for maybe an hour. Can't call out to the shipmates. It's just a man against nature. Finally, I'm starting to tucker the guy out. I get him up to the surface and finally get a sight of it. The biggest marlin I've ever seen. Hemingway-esque. I get onto the boat single-handedly. You know what happens next? What happened next?
Shucks.
That damn thing smacks me in the face with its tail and knocks me out. Wake up the next morning on the deck. The fish gone. Never felt dumber. So it got away. I think there's another version of me that would have spent the rest of my life trying to catch that fish, Captain Ahab style. I'm sure Daisy would be supportive. Oh man, fishing's a life. Haven't gone enough lately. You go fishing? Actually, I have a confession to make. Wait, what am I doing? Why am I having this urge to be vulnerable with him? I can't tell him I'm a terrible fisher. I lean in close. I'm an amazing fisher. No one can outfish me. I'm simply the best out there. Okay, since you're a pro, I'm taking you fishing. Do you want to go fishing? Wait, don't answer that. Yes, you do. We're going fishing. Oh, no. Oh, I don't know. Come on, it'll be a blast. I know the perfect little fishing spot. I'll bring some beers. We can just sit back, relax, and reel in some trout. Bring the kids with us. Come on, you know you want to do it. I say, I've been cornered. Yeah, okay. Brian gives me an exuberant high five. Yes, maybe we'll see who can catch the most fish, so I can get you mowing my lawn. You could try to beat me, but they definitely call me Zero. They don't call me Zero good at catching fish, frost for nothing. That is a mouthful. I'm spinning a web of lies that I fear will one day consume me. Sounds like it'll be a scrap. Brian and I finish our drinks and head outside. Till next time. This is a great opportunity. And also for catching more fish than Brian. You're killing me with these puns here. Mull it over, you'll come around to the fish-related dad jokes in no time. Brian extends his hand and gives me a friendly but firm handshake. I see that competitive fire in his eyes. This is gonna be a whole thing, isn't it? Once Brian takes over babysitting duties, Amanda walks home with me. She immediately plops down on the couch and flops on the TV. So, how was your hang with Brian? He wasn't too spicy about his crushing defeat, was he? Nah, he was pretty gracious about it. Like, frustrating, gracious. Yeah, how did that guy have some decency? Come on, Dad. He seems like a neat dude. I think so. I don't know. The guy loves a good competition. But then again, apparently so do I. What did you do? What did you and Daisy end up doing? Oh, we hunted for treasure for a bit, but Daisy was really adamant about not digging without a permit, so we just watched some documentary about the theoretical physics, so I put her to bed and then sat around eating Brian's food. Don't tell him I said that. That's standard babysitting protocol, I believe. I really like hanging out with Daisy. She's super mature for her age. Yeah, Brian says she has a hard time relating to other kids. She kind of reminds me of you at her age. Although she doesn't bite people as much as you did.
Ah.
I can't believe I'm finally the cool older kid. Feels good. You gonna hang out with Brian again? That's the thing. He wants to go fishing with me. Oh. I told him I was an amazing fisherman. You hate fishing. I know. I'm kind of panicking. I'm sure it'll be fine. All I have to do is wake up at the crack of dawn and sit silently in a boat on a lake for hours. End up with no promise of a tangible reward, your only companion being the fear and doubt you'll harbor deep within your heart. Fishing's fun. You remember yourself as the world darkens around you, and you wonder if it's really you staring back at yourself in the lake's reflection, or simply just the abyss. Yeah, laugh up, Amanda. You're coming with us. It is my constitutional right to outright refuse this order. Daisy's coming too. Well, I bet I could convince Brian to bring the dog. Fine, sold. I'm in. Alright, I'm bushed. I'm gonna call it a night. Don't stay up too late, okay? You got it, Pops.
You sure know how to make a dad blush.
That was a new one. Home to afternoon word jumbles. Okay, so yeah, skipping through this one.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Okay, so let's jump into the second date with Brian. Hey, Daisy and I are going fishing tomorrow. Are you in or out? Oh, I messaged for Brian. Oh no, I've been dreading this day. I accidentally boasted about my abilities as a fisherman to Brian, and now he's challenging me to another dad off. I've been doing my fishing research online, but I'm nowhere close to being an expert. Still though, I have to accept. I type back to Brian. Sounds great, man. Super excited to catch all those fish, and my lawn could use another good mowing. That'll show him. Brian responds back, letting me know that tomorrow he'll pick us up at an hour I had previously forgotten existed. And that's gonna be a rough start. Amanda comes into the room from the kitchen, eating a cheese stick by biting it off piece by piece, like some kind of monster. I didn't raise you like that. What? It's called string cheese, not chomp cheese. Chompy cheese for a reason, Amanda.
Aww.
You're just calling me here to criticize my controversial string cheese eating technique or what? No, Amanda, we have to go fishing tomorrow. Well, you have to go fishing. I'm getting to play with Brian's dog. How did I become a master of fishing overnight? You went fishing in the Girl Scouts, didn't you?
Huh?
Nope. My sting in the Scouts was brief and purely transitional. Though I could get free cookie. If I can get free cookies, but I didn't know what I had to do, like be outside and tie knots, stuff like that. But let's beat Brian. Dad, let me tell you a story. Remember the last summer how I applied for a job at that coffee shop across town? Give me a refresher. During the interview, they asked me if I knew how to work an espresso machine, and I really wanted the job, so I lied and said yes. On that first morning, there was a line out the door, and within half an hour, I severely burned my hand, and they told me to go home and never come back again. I still have a scar from that. Of course, I remember. What does it have to do with fishing? The burn is a metaphor, Dad. I don't get it. You can lead a horse to water. What does a horse have to do with fish? And what burns? Dad, please. I don't get your obsession with competing against Brian. You wouldn't understand. It's a dad thing. Please try explaining it to me. Okay, he just thinks that he's so much better than me, and he purposely reminds me of that whenever he can. It's like he has to one-up me. I have to beat him at his own game.
Huh?
Is that what you think is happening here? No, Amanda. Okay, good. I know that's what's happening. Alright, Pops. We should both be getting some sleep. See you in the morning. Night, Panda. Brush my teeth and throw on some pajamas. I climb into bed, set my alarm, and close my eyes. Okay, sleep. I'm wide awake. I can't help but think about the last time I went fishing, hoping that there's something I could glean over to give me an edge over Brian. I was about 9 years old. My dad woke me up one morning and told me to get dressed and meet me downstairs. It was still dark out. I had no idea what was going on. Before I knew it, we were both alone on a freezing cold lake. I had to sit there for hours while it got hot and muggy. The air thick with bugs. I picked up mosquito bites while my dad sat in the stony silence, fishing pole in one hand and a beer in the other. We didn't catch anything. On that long drive home, my father brought me a pack of cigarettes. My father bought me a pack of cigarettes and didn't say a thing. That didn't help, and I think I have some repressed sadness about my father. I'll deal with that later. I'm sitting on a boat in the middle of a body of water. I can't see any land, but I know it's a lake. The water is placid and still. I'm holding a fishing pole. I don't understand why, but it feels like my life depends on catching fish right now. I cast my lure into the water and wait, and wait, and wait. My whole being is filled with hopelessness as I watch the line disappear into the depths below. Use the wrong lure. I look up and see my father, just as he looked that one cold morning, disapproving. I'm panicking now. I pull the lure up and try to grab a different one, but all the lures in my tackle box are the exact same. I look up at my father for guidance, but he's gone. I try casting in, but I can't hold my footing. My boat tips over and I fall into the water. Sinking further and further, I see the multitude of fish that had been lying just below the surface, all swimming around me as if to taunt me. One fish swims up to me. He has Brian's eyes. You gotta use a natural buoyancy lure if you're gonna try to catch trout, buddy. I failed to wake to the sound of my alarm. It's fishing day. That would explain the weird dream. I gradually slip on my clothes and get ready. I thought Amanda's door half open and see her curled in a mountain of blankets. Walking over to her bed, I give her a tiny kiss on the forehead. Fishing day, kiddo. You ready? No. Well, you gotta get ready. You gotta get up. I can't do this without you. Also, stop slipping in your clothes. Amanda pulls her comforter over her head. Never. Amanda, I'll get up in a minute. Alright, Brian should be here in 20, so you better not just go back to sleep. Amanda sticks her hand through the blanket to wave me away. I leave her room and make myself some coffee, and a cup with lots of cream and sugar for Amanda, whenever she gets up. Amanda eventually wanders in, chugs her coffee while I do some word jumbles. I hear the doorbell ring. That must be Brian. Stripping her eyes, we walk outside to see Brian. He's decked out in fishing gear. Daisy's half Daisy's falling asleep in the car next to him. Early bird gets the worm, buddy. You ready to fish? I was born ready. My eyes narrow in on Brian. It's a good day to die. Hop on in, guys. Let's get this fishing party started. I'll walk over to the driver's side door and open it. Brian's dog immediately hops into the driver's seat, wagging his tail furiously. Can I see your license, sir? Maxwell, let Zero sit. Maxwell obediently hops into the back seat to cuddle with Daisy. Amanda settles in next to Maxwell and Daisy and immediately falls asleep. You ready for an adventure? I'm ready for glory. I struggle to stay awake as we drive to the outskirts of town. Country music plays quietly from the radio as I watch trees pass by. So where exactly are we headed? It's about an hour north of here. A little spot I've been going to since I was a kid. My dad used to take me there all the time. I don't think anybody else knows about it. I brought everything we need so that we can catch some trout, have a nice little fire, and enjoy the nature. My fishing pole's in the shop. Getting tuned up. Do you maybe have an extra I could borrow? But of course, it's probably not as nice as it sounds like yours is, though. Right. I'm digging a hole here. I started out in the out of the forest, lining the highway. The sun is just barely over the horizon, scattering dusky pink lines through the trees. For a split second, I spotted deer grazing on the side of the road before it leaps back into the brush. After a nice quiet drive, Brian eventually tells me to pull off the highway and onto a dirt road. The car bumps along until we reach a clearing that opens up into a magnificent lake. Well, here we are. I step out of the car and help Brian unload our gear. As Maxwell runs around us barking, the kids wake up and wander to the shore, where Daisy tries to teach Amanda how to skip rocks. Brian and I carry the tackle box and cooler down to the edge of the lake where he has a canoe waiting. Ah, great, it's still in one piece. Hold on. Help me out with Maxwell. Help. Brian placed a tiny dog-sized life vest on Maxwell. Alright, your turn. Brian hands me a lime green life vest. Probably, maybe if I fall in, you'll save me. If I fall in, I'm counting on you to rescue me. Do it yourself. Brian turns to Amanda and Daisy, who are still skipping rocks. You kids want to fish? I'm good with just throwing rocks into the water. Amanda hurls a rock into the pond with gusto. Yeah, take that, water. Amanda, you're supposed to be skipping them. Is that what we're doing? Daisy, don't you want to fish? I think catching fish is kind of inhumane. We're gonna go explore the woods and look at bugs and stuff. Alright, be safe. Don't go too far. Brian puts the life-size vest around himself and we throw all the equipment into the canoe. Maxwell happily jumps in and takes his place, looking out over the canoe, over the front of the boat. I get into the canoe as Brian shoves off. We paddle together to get ourselves in the middle of the lake. Most freshwater fish usually feed at dusk and dawn, which is why I had to get you up so early. Yeah, no, that's pretty common fisherman knowledge, after all. Fisherman knowledge that I am knowledgeable about. Still a gambling man? No goody. You know it. Let's see if you can catch more fish. You can catch more than one? Sounds easy enough to me. What's on the line? Besides all the fish I'm gonna catch, obviously. I was thinking that a little more high stakes than mowing the lawn. Custody of our child? More than that. Let's say if I win, I get your weed whacker. The Whackmaster 2000. That's a limited edition. But if you win, you get my pole saw to reach and cut 3000. The cordless version? That's the one. Shit, the reach and cut 3000 is state of the art. My weed whacker is a prized possession, but there are those hard to reach branches at the back of the that have been begging for a pruning. You're on. We shake on it. I still remember that I don't know how to fish. My foolish fatherly pride will one day be my undoing. I watch as Brian ties a lure and does some stuff I can't quite follow with his fishing pole. He casts into the lake. Oh boy, now I have to do that. I start down at the tackle box and pole in my hand. Puts a bait on the fish. Yeah. At least not that one. I fish one from the start from container Brian brought. It's slippery, but I think I can get onto the hook if I just focus. Oh god, I'm bleeding. Oh god, the blood's everywhere. Arms over the hook. Need some help? No, I meant to do that. The blood attracts the fish. they can smell it to a mile away, you know?
Okay.
I think that's sharks. No, it's definitely fish. Now what? Perform the fish mating call. Tie a knot or something. Meditate. I love some of these. I take my pole and try to tie an elaborate looking knot to impress Brian. The classic hunter's bend. I learned that one in my youth. Yep, this one isn't coming apart anytime soon. With this knot, I think I will cast my... One sec. Sorry. With this knot, I will cast my heavenly line upon the unsuspecting water and deliver us a bountiful harvest. Look over to Brian. Oh man. He doesn't seem to be paying attention. Let's cast the sucker. I pull my rod back and launch the lure as hard as I can.
Whoa!
And the lure flies off and the line itself far, far away, landing in the lake with a loud sploosh. Sorry, I judged the wind and speed wrong. This cool air drives the pressure charm. Go ahead, hit my pole. I know it's hard to switch to a new pole you're not used to. I'll fix up another lure. Brian hands me his pole with a smile, and I just sit there, feeling like an idiot. Fishing around here is... I'm trying to remember how to do this minigame. There's 3 of the same...
Match that fish. Rainbow trout. Nice catch. Match of the day.
Oh no. Oh, come on.
Now you're fishing.
No, I was trying to move that one there.
Catch of the day. Nice man. Nice man. Catch of the day. Nice man. Rainbow trout. Nice man.
No, I didn't want that one. Ugh.
Nice catch. Nice catch. Match of the day. Match of the day. Match of the day. Catch of the day. Nice match. Nice match. Now you're fishing. Now you're fishing. Match of the day. Match of the day. Nice match. Match of the day. Catch of the day. Catch of the day. Catch of the day. Nice match.
Wrong one.
Match of the day. Catch of the day. Catch of the day.
No, that's there.
Match of the day. Now you're fishing.
I did bad. Good work. I don't remember like what the max was to get that one. Wow, this is way tougher than I thought. I look over to Brian, who's smiling and obviously enjoying his time out here at the lake. I will crush him. Suddenly, the fish bowl jumps in my hand. I reflexively tug upward. I think I got something big. The tip of my pole dips downward repeatedly, and the line starts to run.
Hey!
Reel it in. I finally get the fish right up in next to the boat. 2 long, beautiful rainbow trout. Brian has me a net. It's all yours. I lean down and notice that my hands are shaking with excitement. This fish is bigger than all the ones Brian's caught. The pole is... that pole saw is mile long. The entire canoe tips over with me. I find myself sinking into the lake. I should have taken the life vest. All of a sudden, I'm embraced under the water and pulled into Brian's arms. I'm finally dragged upwards, spreading water. All our gear floats on the surface. Maxwell doggy paddles around us in circles. Having a great time.
Aw.
You alright? Does that count as one? Well, seeing as all our fish are now swimming safely back in the lake, I guess so. Brian laughs. Let's get you to shore. Brian and I flip the canoe back over and fill it with our now soaking wet gear. We row back to shore with Maxwell in tow. Once we get to the beach, Maxwell darts off into the woods. Brian takes off his shirt, dots Dots of lake water glistened in the sun across his strong back. Man, all that general contracting must have built the guy like an ox. I hope he doesn't notice me staring.
Hey.
I'm gonna get a fire going so we can dry off. Want to hand me yours? Yes, okay. I reluctantly take off my own shirt and toss it to Brian. I suddenly wish I'd done more sit-ups in my life, or any sit-ups at all, really. Another thing you have bested me at, stupid, sexy Brian. You might as well fry that shirt up. Seems like it's the only lunch we'll have.
Hey.
The day's young. Look, we can fish more from the shore. Once Brian gets the fire going, I sit and try to dry off my pants. Brian sets a couple lures out by the water's edge. We're probably gonna have to put the pass on the competition for now until another day. My stomach growls.
Ah.
You hungry? Oh, I'm fine. Brian reaches into his cargo shorts and pulls out a few granola bars.
Ah.
I'm a small child. I'm flush with snacks. Brian joins me by the fire and I accept the cargo short granola. And now we're back to waiting. Where the girls get off to? Shouldn't they be back by now? I wouldn't worry about it too much. They're a couple of smart kids. That's what I'm worried about. They're too smart. They're probably establishing a small rural government by this point and installed themselves as leaders. I take a look around at the sun cresting the tree line, casting the entire lake in a warm golden glow. The forest seems to be coming alive now. Birds chirp in the distance. Wow, nature is beautiful. A mosquito bites me. I set the back of my neck and curse. Nature sucks. Here you go, buddy. Brian hands me a bottle of bug spray. I begrudgingly take it and douse myself. Ugh, I've always hated how this stuff smells. Really, I've always kind of liked it. Reminds me of being outside. Maybe you and I have different sentiments on the outdoors. Maxwell comes bounding up to me, a huge stick in his mouth. He drops it at my feet and looks at me excited. I hurl the stick as hard as I can toward the tree line. Maxwell bolts after it, running as fast as his stubby little legs can carry him. Which, constantly, is not very fast. He's very cute, though. It is very cute, though. Nice throw, Zero. I turn away, but he can't see... I turn away so he can't see me blush. Maxwell brings the stick back to me, clearly proud of himself. Good boy, Maxwell. You're very good and speedy boy. You're the world's champ of fetch. Except for pets. What's the plan? Butt pats never fail. Scratch behind the ears, rub the belly. Butt scratches. I give Maxwell a few good pats on his backside. While I'm with Maxwell, fish begin routinely pulling on Brian's line. I watch Brian effortlessly squeezing a bit of lemon on them and frying them up in cast iron. Before we know it, there's fresh fillet. There's a feast fit for a couple of shirtless dudes. Amanda and Daisy emerge from the woods, looking totally unscathed. Whoa, Dad, Bod Patrol. I'm gonna have to issue you both a citation and demand you both put on a shirt. Put shirts on. They're a children present. Brian tosses me in my now dry shirt. I pull it over my head. Thankfully, that will no longer be distracted by Brian and his pecs. Where have you guys been? Studying entomology. What? We were playing with bugs. I expected you guys to be more covered in, like, mud and stuff. Daisy looked offended. What do you have to take me for? A child? Amanda puts a hand on Daisy's shoulder.
Ugh.
Right. We take a seat around the fire and Brian serves us all generous piles of fish on paper plates. It's absolutely delicious. Why does he have to be good at everything? Fish taste okay? Daisy and Amanda both nod furiously, a mouthful of fish. It's incredible. I've never had fish this good. Yeah, it's great. Old Harding's family recipe. Why are your pants wet? Well, Amanda, we were out there in the lake and then I accidentally tipped over that boat. Don't worry, all the gear floated to the surface, so we didn't lose anything. Right, Zero? Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I can't believe he just covered for me. Gosh, he even out-humbles me. He's trying to beat me at everything, including my world-famous sense of humility. We finish our fish and end up playing catch with Maxwell for a little while before we decide to head out. After cleaning up the camp, we pack up the station wagon and let Maxwell into the back seat. The poor pup falls asleep in a cuddle puddle with Amanda and Daisy. They've had a long day. Been an ordeal today, bud. Let me drive you guys home. I want to prove that I'm the most like dad on the block, but Yeah, I beat. Fine. Give him that way. As we drive away, I take in one last look at the lake disappearing behind us and smile. Rest my head against the window, and the low rumble of the dirt road beneath us lulls me into a peaceful sleep. Hey, sleepyhead. I opened my eyes and realized that I had dozed off in the car. I self-consciously wiped a bit of drool off my chin. Oh, hey, I was resting my eyes. Just in case we suddenly have to jump into a sort of conflict, so I'm super awake for it. I'm ready to fight, with my strong arms. It's all good. You needed some rest, but you earned some rest, buddy. Thanks for coming out with us today. I had a lot of fun with you. Thanks for inviting us. I also had fun, actually. Glad to hear it. Take it easy, then. Take it easy, yeah? You too. Take it the easiest. Brian chuckles to himself as he unloads the car. Amanda and I get inside and immediately collapse onto the couch. Long day? Yep. I was so close to that pole saw. Pole saw? Yeah, Brian and I were competing to see who could catch the most fish and... Ugh, stop. Why do you care so much? Amanda Bennett, just look at the guy. He's so obviously got my number and he's rubbing my face in it. Dad, I love you, but you're kind of dumb sometimes. Dumb or clearly the superior dad. You know what? I just don't have any of the energy required to properly unpack your weird fixation with asserting your masculinity. I'm going to bed. Night. Amanda slides off the couch and face down on the floor. I'm a tired slug. Amanda, the floor is disgusting. I don't care. Well, night, honey. Night, Pops. Well, that is Brian's completed.
You know what? Let me mow your lawn this weekend.
Wouldn't that have been the perfect one for the first part? Well, it's been a long day. I'm just about ready to pack it in after a few bites. Okay, so I'm skipping through this one because this is where Amanda's crying. Yep.
Oh no. Oh.
So the best friend.
Yes. Dad. I love you too, Dad.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Okay, we are. This is me from the past. So I just okay. Because I know how that one ends, and I don't really feel like it. Because I did that one during, not the Hugo video. I want to say it was probably during the Craig video. I got that message. Okay, so this is the final date with Brian. So let's give that one a try and see how that's gonna go. I spent the day lounging around the house in my bathrobe and slippers, committed to enjoying my day off as a testament to dad laziness around the world. Third coffee of the day and doing my second word jumble and pen. Man, this is the man, is this life? Hey, this one spells door. You're still taking me to the fair later, right? There's a fair?
Aww.
Dad, it's literally around the corner from us. It's not ringing a bell. I came home yesterday with cotton candy. Nope, nothing. I gave you a teddy bear that I won, specifically stating where and when I got it. Seriously? Amanda walks to the windowsill and slides the drapes open. There's a big Ferris wheel in the distance. Alright, that one. I thought you meant another carnival. You're coming with me tonight, right? Gosh, honey, I don't know. I got all this... Look down at the mug of coffee and word jumble in my hand. Pressing business I need to attend to. Amanda points to my word jumble. Park, dog, clock, cereal. I knew that. I totally knew that. The secret word that they've all spell out is pool. Hey, you're pretty good at this. Now you don't have an excuse. You're coming with me. Amanda pushes me into my bedroom and forces me to change out of my bathrobe. Or something nice. I want some arm candy tonight. Got it. And no flip-flops. Or not after last time. We don't talk about last time. I kind of want to know what happened last time. Amanda and I step outside and follow the faint sound of the carnival music. So, what's the first thing you're gonna do at the fair? Eat greasy food like deep fried everything and put it in my mouth. I don't care if it isn't tasty or start. I believe that the deep frying process can transmute any non-tasty thing into a tasty thing. Please don't throw up this time. I know my limits. You said that last time. I was still calibrating. I'm dialed in now. You'll ride the rides with me, right? If you're looking for someone to ride scary rides with, that's a straight veto from the dad constitution. However, I'm happy to stand at the fence and take blurry pictures of you riding the rides as per dad custom. Yeah. Define scary rides. Anything that moves. Well, you're no fun. Maybe I'll find someone at the carnival who will go with me. Wouldn't that be a surprise? Yeah, maybe one of your friends from school will be there. Like, who's that one with the eyebrows? Oh. Teresa? She's got mono. What about the other one? The one who vapes? Alex, she's got the spinner for vaping in the school bathroom. Well, I hear carnival rides can be fun as a solo rider. But then I have no idea I have no one to puke on. Or will I? What? Hey, look, we're here. The carnival is packed with people from all over town tonight. Screaming kids running around with cotton candy and buckets of soda clutching in their grubby fists. Colorful lights flash all around us. I feel like just smelling the air will clog my arteries. Let's go over to these greasy food carts first. And Amanda leads me by the arm in what seems like a very specific direction. I know my favorite one is around here somewhere. Wait a second, is that Brian? Wow, look who it is. Sure enough, it's Brian and his daughter Daisy. Brian had the same confused look on his face that I'm sure I have. What a coincidence that we would all happen to be here at the same time in the same exact place. Wow, this is so weird. Can we believe we just happened to come to the carnival on the same night, same time? Yes, Daisy, that's so strange. How bizarre. Brian? Zero? I can feel my competitive fire burning inside me again. Last we meet Brian had made a fool of me by besting me at fishing, and then humbled me in front of my very own daughter. I still want that pole saw. There's plenty of midway games here. Okay, how about we hang out as a team and explore the carnival together? Yes, Amanda, that sounds like an amazing idea. Let's all go do stuff together. Amanda and I follow Brian and Daisy as they lead us towards some rides. I can't believe Brian's here. Dad, you need to relax. Daisy and I have been spending a lot of time together. She'll me with my algebra homework, and I've been corrupting her young soul with rock and roll music. She's really cool, but you and Brian won't stop complaining about each other. Oh, he's complaining about me? No, Dad, that's not what I meant. If you and Brian would just talk to each other, maybe you could see that you have a lot in common. See, now I gotta turn it to 11. Brian's getting obliterated. Dad, you have to chill. Please chill, for my sake. I'm chill. I'm so chill. I'm like stupidly chill. And once I prove once and for all that I'm clearly the better dad, I'll be so chilled you could call me liquid nitrogen. I will destroy him.
Aww.
Dad, I spot the entrance to the midway. A perfect opportunity. Hey Brian, check it out. Want to get a couple of games in? That sounds fun. Maybe a little friendly competition. No, we want to check out some clowns over there. Amanda, you're scared of clowns. Overruled. Ugh, fine, sure. Let's play some games, but if we spend the whole night in there, I'm falling for emancipation. I'll lighten up. I'll win you something nice. I'll win you something nice too, Daisy. I'll win more nice things than Brian. Let's see you try. Brian and I glare at each other. Ugh. This is why I said this one's like very competitive. been at it for longer than I'd like to admit. Amanda and Daisy sigh heavily as at each new game Brian and I challenge each other to. Their arms overburdened with stuffed animals and t-shirts and rainbow airbrushed onto them. For every game I win, Brian seems to answer back.
Dad.
Dad, please, enough. Just one last game, honey.
Oh.
So, Zero, we're tired? We're tied. What's the ultimate prize? I spot it from across the midway. We lock eyes. It swims absent-mindedly in a bowl of water. That goldfish will be mine. Amanda, sweetie, how about I win the goldfish? If it'll get us out of here, great. I look over at Brian. We don't say a word, but our eyes lock. Confirms it. The person who wins the goldfish wins the game. Wins the night. Looks like it's skee-ball. Skee-ball, you any good? I am the best skee-ball player to ever grace this earth. Think you can handle me? Still want to put up your weed whacker? Only if you're willing to put up that pole saw. All growing equipment goes to the skee-ball champ, where we share an earnest shake.
Ski that ball.
Wow. I think I did pretty good on that one. The bell sounds and lights flash. It feels like things are moving in slow motion. The guy running the booth points at me, and I turn to look at Brian, and his face is priceless. The attendant reaches up and dumps the goldfish into a plastic baggie. My hand shakes as he passes it over to me. I've done it. I've finally done it. The fish is mine. The pole saw is mine. Victory is mine. I have bested Brian. You won, fair and square. I hold the goldfish above my head, brandishing it aloft for the world to see. Speech. I have achieved the title of Peak Dad. I am the Alpha Dad. Fathers around the world cower before me. My practical superiority. I invite any dad to come for my crown, for I will most assuredly defend it. I get down on one knee and hold out the goldfish to Amanda. Daughter, dearest, whatever shall you name your newfound friend? Amanda takes the baggie from me and stares at it blankly. I think I'll name him. Amanda looks me dead in the eyes and unblinking. Brian. Brian holds back a chuckle. Brian the man, not Brian the fish. Great name. You know what?
Yeah.
Hey, can we go on the Ferris wheel? Yeah, I want to ride the Ferris wheel. Of course. I'll hang out and watch you guys. Still not fan of carnival rides. I'd be happy to ride some rides with you, kids. I'm just kidding. I love carnival rides. Oh, Lord. We traverse the fair and end up at the relatively short line for the Ferris wheel. This seems like a very popular ride. Daisy and Amanda chat excitedly. I can feel Brian glaring at me. So, how do you do on that trick final? Way better than I thought I would. Those ghost sign problems still trip me up. So I drew a cat face instead of answering the questions, and my teacher gave me a point for effort. Wow, is high school really that easy? Huh. Absolutely yes. The school of hard knocks though. That's in the story. And Amanda playfully punches Daisy on the arm. Welcome to the streets. Huh. You check out that book I gave you? Yeah, I love this section of female photographers. You have good taste. You know, I bet your photos will be in a book someday.
Oh.
Daisy, stop or I'll cry. They're too cute. Next, Amanda pushes me forward. You first. I sit down in the carriage. And now you. Daisy pushes Brian into the carriage next to me. Before I can say anything, the ride operator closes the door. Now wait just a second. We're gonna go get some deep fried pickle. Go get some deep fried pickles. You two take this time to work out your differences.
Whoa!
Hold on. Get along. Amanda and Daisy run off into the crowd. The ride starts moving. I sit in the Ferris wheel with my arms crossed, not talking to Brian. I don't even know what Amanda's talking about. Neither do I. Our carriage creeps slowly upward. Ferris wheels are boring. Could this ride go any slower? Oh, is it too fast for you? That's not what I meant. How could this get any worse? Suddenly the ride jerks to a halt with us at the very top of the wheel. I can hear the faint yell of the crowd operators below us. Sorry folks, ride stuck. Guess the raccoon must have stolen a key component to the motor. They're very crafty animals and are frequently attracted to shiny objects. So it makes sense that it would pilfer something like that. Anyway, it'll be some time before we can get you all down. Settle in and get cozy. Well, and hey, no hand stuff while you're up there. Well, and no mouth stuff either. Well, this is just great. Look down over the expense of the carnival. I hate to admit it, but it's a pretty good view. I saw someone down at the food court melting cheese onto a pile of streamy steak and peppers. Oh man, I'm so hungry. Why didn't we just get a funnel cake first? My stomach rumbles. Oh, I know that sound. Brian reaches into his cargo shorts and pulls out some fruit leather, offering it to me. Cherry or mango? I don't want your stupid fruit leather. Brian opens up one, starts eating it. Fine. My stomach growls again. God damn it, why can't I take the fruit leather? We sit in silence as the crowd begins to form under us. A group of carnival workers attempting to restart the engine. I suddenly remember that I have a tiny book of word jumbles and a golf pencil in my pocket. I pull them out and start working on a fresh page, determined not to look at Brian. Hey, I was bringing a puzzle with me too. Brian pulls out a small book of crossword puzzles and a pen. Are you kidding me? I throw my book of word jumbles off the side of the Ferris wheel in a fit of rage. Oh, I bet we could find it when we get off this thing.
Ah, shucks.
Here, you can do my crosswords. Brian holds his book and pen out to me with a smile. Absolutely not. Why do you hate me so much? Hey, why do you think you're better than me?
Whoa!
What? I don't think I'm better than you. Oh, okay, so you were just offering me some fruit snacks and crosswords out of the kindness of your heart?
Whoa!
Yes, a likely story. All you do is brag about your smart kid and your landscaping and your stupid weed whacker. I'm sick of it.
Whoa!
And all you do is one-up me every chance you get. The only thing I wouldn't win is a one-upping other people competition, because you would win that, because that's what you do.
I don't know.
I don't do that on purpose. Wait, what? You're messing with me, right? No, but
I don't know.
I don't think I'm better than you at all. You and your daughter are amazing. I thought we were competing just for the fun at first, but the more we started doing it, the more it felt like you must hate me. And the more we did it, the more I wanted to impress you. There were times when I did want to beat you, Zero, but really all I wanted was for you to like me. Oh my god, I feel like such an ass. Be honest with Brian, be honest with yourself. Be honest with Brian. I let my competitive spirit get in the way. Actually, no, I let my own insecurities get in the way, and I've been a huge dick to you for no reason. I'm sorry. To tell you the truth, I think we could be really good friends. If I could ever make it up to you, I respect you a lot. We sit in silence for a second. Can we start over? What do you mean? From the beginning. Brian holds out his hand.
Hey!
Hi, I'm Brian. I take his hand and shake it vigorously. Hey, Brian, I'm Zero. It's really nice to meet you. Great shirt. Thanks, Zero. Brian and I look at each other. We both share a smirk over the silly game. But it feels good to be on the same side for once. Alright, folks, thanks for being patient. Turns out the raccoon didn't steal part, but it was instead still rummaging around in the inner workings of the engine. We formed a weary yet mutual beneficial truce. The carriage starts moving, and we find ourselves down on the dry land in no time. Brian and I wander around for a bit, looking for Daisy and Amanda. You know, getting stuck on that Ferris wheel could have been a lot worse. I'm glad we worked things out.
Oh!
Me too, buddy.
Ah!
Now that that's over with, we can both get home and to quietly enjoying our evening. Agreed.
Whoa!
Dad, Amanda and Daisy run up to us. I think you kids were pleased to find out that Brian and I have worked out.
What?
Or different. Dad, that's great and all, but Brian's in trouble. But Brian's right. The fish Brian. Well, Daisy and I got on the log flume, and when we were going down the hill, Brian just flew right out of the log, and now he's hanging from some pipe on the ride. We have to save him, but Brian's right. The fish. Brian the fish. Oh, right. Come on. We sprint over to the log flume, spotting Brian the fish, stuck up in the rafters of the ride. We'll get you down, little buddy. We have to get Brian before the fair closes, or who knows what'll happen to him. But the fair closes in 10 minutes. I guess we need to hustle then. What's the plan? We'll ride one ride around the track. Last 90 seconds, Brian's hanging from the pipe right above the drop, so you have a window of about 10 seconds to grab him. Wow, did you just do all the math in your head? That's really impressive. I just counted. It's not that impressive. I'm so proud of you, honey. Okay. That rafter's pretty high up. How are we gonna reach him? Well, we all think for a second.
Whoa!
I've got it. Brian went over to the midway, to the last game he played, and snagged the pole from the game that tenants that used to grab stuffed animals. I think this will do the trick. Amanda presses 2 ticket stubs into my hand. Here. These are our last 2 tickets. Brian's fate is in your hands now. There's no time. Come on. Brian leads me by the hand, 2 inches of the log flume, getting there just in the nick of time. Looks like you guys are the last ones. We take our seat on the slippery vinyl. The ride operator pulls the bar down over our laps. You ready for this? The log starts drifting down the fake river. Unfortunately, unnaturally blue water sloshes over the sides, soaking my shoes. This is gross. You know how earlier I said I was the best at carnival rides? The ride drifts forward and I let out a small yelp. That might have been an embellishment. A rickety log makes the slow climb up the track for the most grueling minute of my life.
Ha!
I see him. Hanging from the rafter just before the drop is our beloved Brian. The fish, not the guy. Are you ready? I don't think I can reach it from here, where I'm sitting. Still you, buddy. Brian presses the fish bowl in my hand. Oh god, I don't know if I can do this.
Oh.
Hey, I believe in you. I gulp. I can do this. Another minigame. Fishing rounds.
Nice catch.
Okay, is that all I had to do? With the precise only attainable from playing midway games at the competitive level, I hooked the baggie that contains Brian the fish and placed it onto my lap. I did it. I grasped the bag firmly. It'll be nice and safe during the the drop. I momentarily forgot there was a drop. It's a big drop. Oh, it's coming up really fast. Oh man, it's a big drop. So when I told you that I had a sort of over-exaggerated my proficiency of carnival rides, it turns out that I had under-exaggerated just how bad I am with them. I am utterly and completely terrified of carnival rides. Brian looks over to me and takes my hand and hints.
Hey!
I'm right here, we can do this. He gives my hand a squeeze as our log tips over the edge and flies down the drop. A wall of water rains down on us. I realize I had my eyes squeezed shut and opened to find Brian still holding my hand. He smiles at me. That wasn't so bad.
Ha!
Told you would make it. Brian and I walk off the ride and approach Daisy and Amanda, and I hand the baggie to Amanda.
Whoa!
Brian.
Hey!
Hey. No, the fish.
I don't know.
Aw.
Ah.
I mean, hey, thanks for saving the fish.
Oh!
Don't thank me. That was all your dad. Aw, shucks. It was a team effort.
Alright!
Yeah, you all used your special skills to get him back. Brian got the pole, Daisy did the math, and you got the fish. I didn't get to anything cool. Well, honey, I'm sure you... Hey, what are you guys doing up there? That was totally dangerous. Amanda steps in front of us, and all of us, and plants her feet.
Whoa!
Listen, dude, that might have been totally dangerous, but I'll have you know that we triumphed over more than just your silly rules today. We overcame adversity through teamwork and friendship and love. We band together and achieved a common goal, and we are here to stand together, stand stronger than the sum of our parts. And for you to, I actually don't care. The fair's closing. Just get out of here. The right upper operator wants us. You really are a sparkling conversationalist. We joined the crowd of fairgoers, slowly ambling back to the parking lot.
Ah.
You kids want to stick around for the fireworks? Do we have to? I have never seen a child less enthusiastic about fireworks. Yeah, can we just go home? We've been hauling all these prizes around for hours and my back is killing me. You kids run on ahead. We'll catch up with you later tonight. Man and Daisy skip along. We'll probably find them later curled up on my couch and watching Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Truckers. That is a mouthful. Brian and I sit down on the bench, a little further away from the rest of the crowd, who've all gathered to watch the fireworks.
Hey.
Hell of a day, huh? You can say that again.
Hey.
Hell of a day, huh? This is one of the times I will let you out-dad me. Ah, I'll take it. I breathe in the cool night air as the first firework launches and explodes in the sky over the fair. I'm glad we talked about all that stuff. Me too. It's good to have a friend like you, Brian. The fireworks launch into a full swing, bursting into a rainbow of reds, greens, blues, and whites. There's so many things I have to admit though. What's that? I don't know anything about fishing. Brian burst out laughing. Oh, buddy. I know. What? You knew the whole time. I mean, you weren't exactly subtle about it. I give myself blushing. He laughs again. It's okay. It was cute. If you're interested, maybe I could teach you sometime. That's what friends do, right? The laughter dies down. We watch the fireworks a little longer. I can tell he wants to say something, but he's having trouble getting it out.
Oh.
You know, it's kind of funny. What is? We're not fighting anymore, but
Oh.
I still feel like we've left some stuff unresolved. Oh, lawn mowing is still happening. We're cool now, but don't think I forgot about that. Brian laughs. No, it's not that. Don't you feel like there's maybe something else here?
Okay.
Or is it just me? Looking at Brian, his smile illuminated by the crackling embers falling down through the night sky, I finally understand what he's talking about. Oh. This whole time, with emotions running so high, I realized what I've really been feeling. What I thought was jealousy was actually... It's not just you. Brian just told me. You know, it's hard paying attention to the fireworks when you're right here. He and I lean in and our lips touch. He places one hand on my shoulder and then another at the base of my neck, gently pulling me closer to him in a warm embrace. I feel safe. Brian pulls away from me for a moment and smiles. I guess now we get to compete over who's better at kissing. Brian stifles a laugh and pulls me in for another. I'll accept that challenge. Sure enough, when we get home, Amanda and Daisy are passed out on the sofa, surrounded by giant stuffed animals. Amanda's snoring drowns out the Paranormal Ice Road truckers still playing on TV. I turn everything off and throw a couple of blankets over the kids before heading to bed myself. Kind of makes you wonder if Brian went home or if Brian was there.
That's a 10 out of 10 if ever I've seen one.
Dad. Huh.
And, of course, the graduation party for so there's Craig and his children.
Oh.
Joseph.
Oh.
Hugo.
Pew.
Amanda doing her thing.
Yes.
Robert being Robert. Damien. Okay. So here we go. I swear, if you two are planning another Parent Trap, relax, Dad. We already won the game. We're just having a friendly chat. Tell me more about college. Slow down, kiddo. You're not even in middle school yet. But I want to go to class. But I want to go back to class in my PJs now. I mean, nothing's stopping you. But Daisy, I hear you. I know you're stoked. You're stoked on college and skipping grades and taking over the world with science. But you gotta enjoy being a kid first. Growing up is weird and scary, and eventually you'll be able to rent a car. But you gotta get through middle school in one piece first. You know how you wish you were going to college. I wish I was in 5th grade. I want recess and snack break. Cherish it while it lasts, girl. You got a big future ahead of you. But I don't want you growing up too fast on us, alright? Alright. Thanks, Amanda. I use way slowly. Amanda seems like she's having a handle on the situation. I take a seat next to Brian as the last guest makes their way to the party. Nice job. I couldn't have thrown a better party myself. I smile. So are we doing like opposite competitions now? Yeah, we're just gonna compete. We're just gonna compliment each other relentlessly. I bet you could do more push-ups than me. I bet you're better with computers than I am. I bet you could trim a tree faster than I could. I bet you could de-ice a sidewalk more thoroughly than me. I like that a lot. I like this a lot better. Brian blushes. I nestle myself into the soft space between us. Between Brian's shoulders and chest. No matter how many times he washes that shirt, I bet he'll never get the smell of campfire out of it. Not that I mind. Got a long summer coming. Interested in some more fishing trips with me, Daisy and Amanda? As long as you'll save me again if I fall into the water. I'd be happy to. I gotta sneak in as much father and daughter time as possible before Amanda's heads out. Also, be careful. She's probably gonna try to steal your dog and take him with her to college. I also get the feeling that Daisy might try to stow away in her suitcase, so watch out for that. The sunset casts a pink glow over everything, and a quiet calm seems to descend upon the backyard. It reminds me of the lake. I'm glad we're not rivals anymore. Me too. Although I don't think I've ever been more productive than I was when I was trying to one-up you. Maybe a little friendly competition is what we both needed. I sigh and nuzzle against Brian a little harder. I am the cuddle champion. We'll see about that. So that was Brian's dates, which, to be honest, Brian is actually one of my favorite characters in the entire game. But I got one person left to do, and that is Robert, which I will probably try to do Robert's, yeah, and there's Brian's photo that you get. But we do still have Robert's to do, which I've never done Robert's, to be honest. So that's going to be the next one that we'll try to do. That's probably going to be... I want to say it's going to be... Not right now, it's probably going to be done like probably this weekend. Because it's like the last one I need to complete everybody's. But I know there's like apparently like a rumor like 8. I don't really know if it's 100%, but I hope you guys actually enjoyed. Like I said, we do have one left, which is Robert's. But I will talk to you, or I will see you all in my next video. Please leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you all in the next video. Good. And bye.